Yeah, probably a half-assed entrance, but oh well. Like, pull my hoodie over here. I of course use one of my old high school hoodies because I wanted to use my blue hoodie that I usually wear out anymore, but that doesn't have a zipper on it, and I didn't want to look like I was, trying to strip. I at least wanted to show off, my Phenomenal One T-shirt. And so it's the first time in, say, the winter, probably March, I'd say, maybe April. I'm not sure. We had a cold start to the spring this year. I remember. This is the first time in months that I've actually wore a long sleeve shirt. So we're just going to pull out my only WWE long sleeve shirt today, which was my AJ Styles Phenomenal One shirt. Not too bad, but I kind of wanted a different design, but it's just what I got for Christmas last year. But guys, what is going on? This is the Club The Man, 1993, coming at you for my live review of Monday Night Raw. If it is going to be much of a review of the show at all, because honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing who's in the live chat and what people got to say in there as well, because this show, take a page out of Elias's book, the chances of the Philadelphia Flyers win the Stanley Cup again is a chance that we're going to see another good Raw episode of Raw anytime soon. Sorry, Philly fans, I had to go there, man. All respect to you all, just had to go there. But anyways, this show was boring. Like first off, I missed the first 10 minutes of Raw tonight because I was too busy down in my basement in the dark playing around with some things, trying to start shooting stuff for my Tommaso Ciampa No One Will Survive music video. Unfortunately, some stuff didn't come out as good as I wanted to, because I've said how many times, I don't have all the necessary equipment or all the biggest tools needed to make like a big big and fancy music video, but something I can at least make something like nice and like simple but creative. So that, of course, I'll be working on that this week. That's gonna be my main project this week, is my Tommaso Ciampa No One Will Survive music video. Well, in my spare time that's outside of my weddings, I still have to edit. But I missed the first 10 minutes of Raw. And you know what? I did not go back to even bother to watch what happened in that first 10 minutes. I just turn it on and I just see, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns out on the ramp getting ready for the first World Cup qualifier tonight for Crown Jewel, which I don't know. WWE sound like they're going to keep Crown Jewel on, but I don't know if they're going to move it out of Saudi Arabia or what. My one friend suggested maybe put it in the UK. So I don't know what's going to happen with Crown Jewel based off of what's going on in Saudi Arabia right now. And even Superstars are saying they don't want to go to Saudi Arabia, which I don't blame them at all. But WWE is just money whores, so they're going to find some way to make this work. I still don't give a shit about Crown Jewel. So what do we get out of this nice episode of Raw? Nothing really. I cannot say. I don't even know what thumbnail to go back and use for this review. It was that boring. There's only one thing I can actually say. Well, the Rollins and McIntyre match wasn't bad. The main event, was okay. Again, I've seen better 6-man tag matches, but it was okay. But, it was the same match as last week. Jesus Christ. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. The best thing I thought was Ronda Rousey's promo on the Bellas. That's saying a lot because, and of course, one of the segment involving Trish Stratus was boring to me as well. So I don't have too much to really say about this show, really. I'm probably just going to breeze through this review. I'm more entertained to hear what you guys are going to say in the live chat, because I just didn't even care. I barely even tweeted tonight because I just did not care at all about this episode whatsoever. I don't care about Crown Jewel. Starting to not care too much about Evolution, especially with the fact that they're having a match with Nikki Bella and Ronda Rousey, which is probably in the main event. Good Lord. But let's check the live chat. Who do we got here? We got Mark Johnson. What's up, Mark? Good to see you here. Not too bad. How are you? Um, Mike. Hey, what's up, Robbie? Has 2018 been the year of women's battle royals, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, and now Evolution? We probably see enough of them, but yeah, you're right. Hashtag Raw needs Robbie. No, hashtag Raw terribly needs Robbie. WWE desperately needs Robbie, if you know what I mean. Mark says the one thing I don't get when did Tamina? Yeah, I don't get that point either. But of course, I'll be ranting about that. When was the last time we rioted when Ruby won? Yeah, that's how irrelevant the Riot Squad is. Again, I asked myself again tonight. Whenever they're throwing food at Natalia's door, I'm like, what makes the Riot Squad tick? Why are they like this? Why are they crabby? They came up here apparently the week before Fastlane. They say they came up here just to target Charlotte. That's why they came up there. Now why are they here? Again, Ruby Riott shown in matches she's had. I mean, not so much tonight, but in most matches she's had. If she's on her own, she's just fine. But they brought her up with two other people, with Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan, who just, again, they're just randomly thrown together, and I just don't get them. I thought first this week for the first time since God knows when we were going to get through a single week of Raw without a Riot Squad match. And I was completely wrong about that. But the Riot Squad were throwing food at Natalia's door. What is this? Preschool? No, it's called, again, WWE is Vince McMahon's playground, and he does whatever he thinks is funny. Food fight! Food fight! I can't remember the last time there was a food fight, and I actually enjoyed it. Not at all. But let's start talking about the show. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what happened on this bore fest of Monday Night Raw we got tonight. So apparently the show opened up with McIntyre, Ziggler, and Strowman coming out. Ziggler claims they're looking at the greatest three men in WWE history. McIntyre says he did it without any gimmicks or anything. And they get a replay of a victory of last week being the Shield and Dean Ambrose's fall interview, wondering if he even fits in anywhere anymore, pretty much. Drew says, we told you so. They didn't just beat the Shield, they broke them. He can only imagine where Dean's mind is now that they try to figure out when he fits in the Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins' selfish plans. And he reiterates that they've been telling us the truth for weeks now. Ambrose's eyes are pried open and the Shield have been shattered. Strowman says at this rate, they're not going to be around to protect Roman as he heads on his way to becoming the Universal Champion at Crown Jewel, which again, I don't care about that match at all. McIntyre uses this as a segue to talk about his qualifier tonight, saying he's going to prove to everyone that he's the best in the world. And Ziggler cuts him off mentioning his qualifier, and after he wins, maybe they'll go head-to-head in the finals. Drew says that'd be a shame because as good as Ziggler is, he's absolutely fantastic. He's no Drew McIntyre. Dolph says he agrees a little bit. He's very consistent, but they'll cross that bridge when he gets to it. Strowman says that Lesnar and Roman are going to get these hands at Crown Jewel, and then out come the Shield, but it was just Roman and Seth. They come out, and Seth says he's got bad news. They haven't been shattered, not broken, and the Shield is still alive and well. They're back there listening to them yap on, and he's got news for them. When he wins his qualifier, he'll prove that he's the best in the world. Dolph mocks them, asking where Ambrose is, and he says he doesn't care where Dean is tonight because he'll take a forfeit if he has to. Rollins says Dean runs on his own time, but he always shows up. Roman adds, the funny part is that they're worried about Ambrose when they should be worried about their titles. And Strowman will be going to the back of the line after Crown Jewel. Seth says he always liked Philadelphia because it's a fighting town, but since him and Drew are both out there, let's get this on right now. So we had our first qualifier match, Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins. Here's the thing. Well, I'll get to it after I give the results of both the qualifier matches we had tonight. So the first match happens, as I keep saying, match was what it was. We've seen it happen how many times. Keep these guys separated for a while until we get them on pay-per-view. Because again, these two deserve to have some type of like a pay-per-view match, honestly, in my opinion. We're just getting them on Raw every single week now, and it's kind of starting to water it out. But they still show these two do a good chemistry. Ziggler came out to try to, to try to, ruin Dolph's chances of, winning the match. But eventually Ambrose appears out of nowhere and beats down Ziggler, and then off the distraction, McIntyre got curb stomped by Rollins, who just got back in for the 10 count. So Rollins wins by count out, and Rollins is going to the World Cup tournament thing at Crown Jewel. Again, don't care. And McIntyre is not. But I'll get to that shortly. So that's what happened there together. And then it seemed like Seth and Dean were fine. Backstage, we see the Bellas walking to their locker room. Then we see Trish and Lita hanging out. Bayley rolls up to give them hugs. Then we get the Shield walking backstage, chatting, and Dean takes offense to being called a lunatic and asks if he's just good for a few laughs till they need bailing out. And he storms off saying he's got his own business to take care of. So we got that. We got a recap of DX reforming last week. Then we get a vignette of a boiler room with steam gushing from the vents. We see Kane and Taker talking about respect. Kane says their respect died with DX's dishonesty, and their reunion is built on a bed of lies. Taker says deep down HBK's black soul, nothing but fear kept him away. And Kane elaborates on what kind of fear that might be, namely that he'd get put so deep in the ground that he'd never return. And at Crown Jewel, all Shawn Michaels' fears will come true, and Kane suggests that Triple H may have won the battle, but he started a war. They'll end at Crown Jewel. We're up on Triple H can slink back to the boardroom, and Shawn can head back to the safety of retirement. Are they ready? They have 3 more words for them, actually. Rest in peace. Which, aesthetics and stuff were pretty cool for this promo. I liked it being in a boardroom. Smoky. Again, it was something different. Once again, just proves again that, the Triple H and Taker match is just a way to, elevate something for Shawn Michaels. Nothing for Triple H. And, it just still proves that, what was the point of that match if this is more focused on Shawn Michaels and Undertaker and whatnot? Who knows? We then have this tag match. Ember Moon and Nia Jax, who just randomly faced off last week, and Ember Moon won after Nia Jax ran her shoulder into the LED board around the ring, taking on the team of Dana Brooke and Tamina. That's right. I said Tamina. When they came out for commercial and I saw Tamina's name up on Titantron, I'm like, I must be seeing things. Tamina's now on Raw. Why? We moved the Bella Twins over to Raw randomly. Now we just moved Tamina randomly over to Raw. I'm not getting the connection here, guys. What's going on here? Why? Why? Why is it happening? It makes no sense. And of course, just Tamina appearing in general makes no sense. Her and Dana Brooke are team no sense because Dana Brooke is nothing. Tamina's nothing. Ember Moon and Nia Jax are at least something. Ember Moon and Nia win, though, off of the Eclipse. And before this, they announced that they're going to have a women's battle royale at Evolution, and the winner gets that eventual championship match. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. They pretty much show, all the jobbers on Raw, and then they pretty much just announced, everyone on the SmackDown Live roster, for the most part, that's going to be in this match as well. And also, what other person is Tori Wilson is going to be in this match. So cool. We're going to see Tori Wilson at Evolution. But after this tag match, Tamina and Nia have a stare down. Ember plays Peacemaker but gets shoved away. And Tamina super kicks Nia, starts yelling at her. And for some reason, Ember Moon teams up on her and dumps Nia over the ropes together. Just demonstrating this is how a battle royale works. They're all going to be in the battle royale. But then Ember tries to dump Tamina, but she can't. And then Tamina gets her over the rope, but can't quite dump her. And then Dana Brooke runs from behind and dumps them both. Wow. Dana, out of all 4 of them, Dana Brooke comes out looking the strongest. She eliminated the winner of Remember this also. Dana Brooke eliminated the winner of the Mae Young Classic in the Women's Royal Rumble match. Dana, well, again, I get the fact that Kyrie replaced Alicia Fox, but you could have had someone else reasonable at least eliminate Kyrie Sane. Dana Brooke came out looking the strongest in this. I don't know. I must be crazy. But once again, I don't care. But that's what we got in the first hour. And how quick was that to talk about? Not too quick, I'd say. Let's see what we've got in the live chat. I was laughing when Ronda mentioned, oh, yeah, we'll talk about that in just a second, Mark. And there was a lot of wrestlers they didn't mention tomorrow for SmackDown 1000. The Rock, which if he shows up will be awesome, which is good. Keep him as a surprise. If Rock shows up, keep it as a surprise. John Cena would be nice if he did show up. He should, since he spent a good part of the game of his career on SmackDown. JBL, I could do it. I'd be okay if JBL didn't show up. And King Booker. Let me check I got to answer this text really fast. And King Booker, yeah, Booker T would be awesome for him showing up. Last time I saw him was when he put over the 5-time, I repeat, 5-time WWE World Tag Team Champions. If I shall say it, the New Day. Because that's more entertaining to talk about again than this episode of Raw. This first hour already sucked. Well, I mean, again, the McIntyre and Rollins match wasn't bad, but that's saying something. And of course, we're about to get to to me the best part of the show, which was Ronda Rousey and the Bella Twins. Yeah, the legendary Bella Twins. Except the fact was they did not steal this promo. Ronda Rousey owned them in this promo. So let's get to that. Well, first we got Lauren joining us. What's up, Lauren? She just got home. She missed Raw. Again, you missed absolutely nothing except for this promo. This promo, again, Ronda killed the Bellas with this promo. So we have Ronda Rousey come out and get into the ring, and she gets a nice, reaction from the crowd. She says she's sure most of us know the Bellas betrayed her last week in front of the whole world, and she just wants an explanation. They owe her that. She demands them to come out and tell her why. Out came the Bellas. Nikki begins by saying, no one here paid to see Rousey. They all paid to see her and her sister. And if she wants an explanation, they don't owe her one. Which, first off, they all paid. No one paid to see her, but they probably wanted to see her ass. Bree says this is show business and not show friends. Ronda was the one who disrespected them first, disregarding everything they've done for the business. Whoa. Let's take a step back here. First off, once again, you legendary Bella Twins, despite having 2 reality TV shows that aren't really that no one really cares too much about, and again, for having, probably some of the best looks in the company, what have you done in this business, first off? Tell me one thing you have done in this business. Ronda Rousey sure answered that question in a little bit. So they come out and say, what'd you expect from them to sit on the sideline and watch? Seeing Ronda at the forefront of the women's division made Nikki cringe. And Ronda is just a loser who doesn't deserve any of it. Complete hypocrite. So she'll give us a history lesson. The Bellas made, here's what cracked me up. The Bellas made the word diva strong and powerful. And their hit reality show puts more women in the crowd. They made the world want to see women's wrestling. And they've done more in the ring than Ronda Rousey ever will. So wait. Let's repeat this again. The Bellas apparently make the word diva strong and powerful. And their reality show putting more women in the crowd, and they made the world want to see women's wrestling. How does that make any sense whatsoever? How did that make any sense whatsoever? I don't know. Either I'm stupid, as Ryback would say, or I must not be, because to me, that just made no sense. A reality show that's just focused on fashion, good looks, drama outside of the ring, that is going to make us get into women's wrestling? Uh-uh. You're saying how you made Divas so powerful that you feel you're entitled all of a sudden to say you're the one who wanted to make women's wrestling happen? Again, let's go back to 2015 when hashtag Give Divas a Chance came about. You two women trashed it in a little promo. Brie Bella goes, I remember her saying, give Divas a chance? Give us a break, whatnot. You tarnished that. You absolutely tarnished that in 2015. So now you're saying making Divas powerful made us want to make women's wrestling? That is bullshit. At least with Charlotte, Becky, Sasha, and Bayley, the true 4 horsewomen of WWE. Now, how about that? We'll have the 4 horsewomen face off of any of the 4 horsewoman divas and see where we're talking here, honey. Huh? And that it made no sense. And then, of course, Nikki has to remind us she's the longest reigning Divas champion. Not true. It's AJ Lee. Yours sucked after you didn't drop the title to Naomi. And the title Ronda carries wouldn't even exist without them. Shut up. Screw you, as Becky would say. Screw you, Nikki. I don't care how sexy you are. Screw you for saying that. You weren't even around when that championship returned. You left right when it was all getting started. The true Divas evolution started once we got that. The whole women's evolution started once that title got off of you. Because from how long after Extreme Rules until the week before Night of Champions did you defend that title? I'm sorry, Elimination Chamber. Money in the Bank, she defended also. How long was it since you defend that title? I'm listening. Too long. So Nikki mentions how that they have a back and forth about whose turn it is to talk. And Ronda said she tried not to be judgmental, even though everything the Divas era stood for made her sick to her stomach. Amen. She tried to give the Bellas the benefit of the doubt. So when they came running up after WrestleMania, she thought, like, how cool of these ladies to be so accepting, and that maybe they could be sister soldiers and drive the women's evolution together. But that was her mistake. So she was too idealistic, too naive to see the Bellas are the embodiment of a stereotype. DMBs, do nothing Bellas, which is pretty much true. They weren't there to support her. They were there because there was a camera pointing at Ronda, and she's never seen anybody so desperate for attention. Amen. She runs down their ring work and says they're no pioneers. Amen. They're relics waiting to be eviscerated like smallpox. Amen, because they have no in-ring skills. Again, when I thought that they were actually not bad of wrestlers, that was me comparing to the rest of the Divas division back in 2014. They were good compared to everybody else. That is saying a lot. Now look, we've got come from NXT making a difference now. Oh, that is true women's wrestling. Your generation went bye-bye whenever they came up. So that doesn't make you legends in the ring. The only legends you got are from the asses that you shake whenever you come out. Boom! I'm burning the fire tonight. Ronda threatens to rip their arms off and beat them with them, and says that evolution, only the referees will be holding her back. She'll ruin them regardless of how much money that's poured into marketing them and turn Bella into a 4-letter word. Brie suggests that this all means she's really jealous. And the Bellas have done more in the last week than Ronda has done in her entire career. Like what? What have you done? I'm listening. I'm listening. I don't know. I didn't hear it all. What you guys did. Ronda says she's knocked down doors everywhere she's gone, from judo to UFC, and now she's knocking doors down in WWE. And here's my favorite line tonight. I don't know which line was better. AJ Lee saying talent is not sexually transmitted, or this one. The only door Nikki's ever knocked down is the one to John Cena's bedroom. And he eventually threw her out the same door. Savage. Oh, that was absolutely savage. And I pretty much tweeted that one little meme of John Cena like, whenever that happened. That was a proper time to send out a good tweet there, guys. But that was my line tonight. The only door you ever knocked down was the one to John Cena's bedroom. Look where it got you. And now that you're out of that door, now look what you are. You ain't nothing. Kyle, what's up, my friend Kyle? See? You're nothing. See? It's nothing. That's what you are now, Nikki. You're nothing besides a sex appeal model. And with you, Brie, you're nothing but Daniel Bryan's wife who just botches a lot in the ring. No offense. Ronda then tells the Bellas to get in the ring and fight, but they just pose, shaking their asses, and they call out security. And of course, Ronda just beats them all down. The Bellas just run off. The champion just tells them to come back there, but they don't. So once again, Ronda just owned the Bellas in that segment. The Bellas try to act like they were some big shots, that they've made this big difference with this whole women's evolution thing. But Ronda fired back like, no, you guys did not. You guys had no talent in the ring. That Divas era sucked. That meant nothing. 30-minute matches, bra and panties matches, Santina Morello winning the Divas battle. I mean, the Miss WrestleMania Battle Royale. My one friend mentioned to me that he said, what if Santina Morello returns at Evolution and wins the Battle Royale? I hope to God WWE did not hear that suggestion whatsoever. That better not happen. I am pretty sure I will be ranting about that match in a video one day. I am pretty sure I will. But Ronda owned the Bellas. I mean, everything that needed to be said to them was said right here. But of course, still it makes no sense is, they turn on Ronda and then Nikki gets a title match. Doesn't Brie want a title match? Didn't, make that clear at all. But what do we know? Once again, this better not main event the show. Which, in fact, let me run on the Twitter. Because last week, I remember I posted a poll asking, what should main event Evolution? I'm pretty sure I still have the results here somewhere. Let's see what we got. Let's see here. We've got, like your tweet, Robbie, because that definitely would be worth watching more. Is the show Robbie's going to fantasy book. Let's see here. Let's find it. Ain't no stopping me now. Scroll through. Here. Come on. Where is it? Where is it? So many. Aha. 12 votes. 12 votes last week for what fans truly believe. But of course, that did not block. This tweet did not give Road Dogg to block me. 12 votes for which match should main event Evolution. 25% said Ronda and Nikki, which is probably Road Dogg and Vince. And 75% said Becky and Charlotte, last woman standing. A last woman standing match, for crying out loud. How are you not going to throw that in the main event? But no, it's going to be Ronda Rousey taking on the so-called legendary ass shaker, Nikki Bella. I still tell you, if they were around back in the TV 14 era, I'm pretty sure Vince would be booking himself in a storyline with them. I could just so see it. I just know Vince would want to get some of Nikki Bella. Maybe Brie, but more so Nikki. But that's just me. But that was my only thing I actually enjoyed from this show tonight. But anyways, we have Bobby Roode and Chad Gable talking to Kurt Angle backstage, dressed up in like a Hawaiian shirt and some fancy looking straw hat. Chad Gable wants the hat. They call the shirt glorious, and then they walk away. No Way Jose, because his conga line rolls around the corner. Angle wants to join in. They dance off, and then acting GM Corbin comes up and asks him if he thinks he's smart. Kurt says he's enjoyed his time off, and Corbin asked how long it's been since he's had a singles match in WWE. Kurt says it's been about 12 years, and Corbin says he's going to put him in a handicap match tonight against AOP. But he doesn't have his ring gear. Corbin's like, you'll find something out. You'll figure it out pretty much. So we get Kurt Angle in a 2-on-1 handicap match tonight against AOP. So I'm like, okay, let's see what happens here with this. We didn't have Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler in a World Cup qualifying match. Match was whatever. Not much really happened in it. We have Seth Rollins come out to try to stop Drew McIntyre for helping out Dolph. But in the act, Ambrose still a little ticked off from before, pushes Seth away, and off the distraction gets super kicked, and Dolph wins the match. Now, I would have rather have seen Drew get into this whole world. I don't care for this World Cup thing. I would have rather seen it been Drew getting in than Dolph, because, if the story was Dolph being a weak link, then how is he getting lucky and winning matches like this? I would rather have seen Drew be the one to go to the World Cup than Dolph Ziggler. Afterwards, Rollins and Ambrose are walking up the ramp. Well, first, Dean was laying in there. Seth comes in to just tell Dean, hey, I didn't mean for that to happen. But Ambrose gets to his feet, and Dean pushes him out of the way, and he storms off. But Seth goes after him, and they get into a bit of a shoving match. Out comes Roman to get in between them to play peacemaker, but then Corbin comes out, and he sets up a rematch from last week's main event. Strowman, McIntyre, and Ziggler are taking on the Shield. I even heard rumors now too, apparently, that the main event of TLC is going to be a 6-man tag match between these two teams. So we're getting a third match between them tonight. Why? I'm already sick of this match. The one we had tonight was bad. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't as good as say last week's or the one at Super Showdown. Last week's I thought was the best. This week's was just a little bit messy, but so that's what we got. Then we have Ziggler backstage talking about how they got the Shield right where they want them. McIntyre says that Strowman will have his chance to get his hands on Roman later, but tonight he should crush Seth and Dean and make the big dog watch. Strowman says he's not stupid. If either of them screw up, he promises they're going to get these hands. So there's still random tension between them. Don't know why. Finn Balor and Jinder Mahal once again. The other Samir or whichever one of the same brothers who have been out with an injury came back. I don't care. Finn Balor win with the coup de grace, and he goes to celebrate. Out comes Bobby Lashley and Leo Rush, and Leo hypes them up. Obviously, still going to be in a feud between Finn Balor and Bobby Lashley after Crown Jewel, which or even sooner. I guess I can get behind since Bobby Lashley's a heel now, so we'll see how it goes. I'm sure one of them will benefit from it in some ways. Bobby Lashley takes on Tyler Breeze. It was just Tyler Breeze jobbing to Bobby Lashley. While Finn Balor's putting over how big and strong looking Lashley is. And Breeze got a couple of offense on Lashley, but that was it. Lashley just squashed him pretty much. So we'll see where we go from there. That's the second hour. Let's check the live chat. Let's see here. What do we got here? We got here. Cena, Rock, JBL, and Booker better be at SmackDown 1000 tomorrow. It would be awesome if they were. Again, if JBL is not there, that's fine. I mean, I could do it without JBL because I don't give a shit about JBL. She saw the Bells promo and Dean walking away. Ronda cut a better promo than Trish and Lita. Oh, yeah, we'll get to that in a second. Isn't Tamina supposed to be on SmackDown? I don't know. Apparently, we're not supposed to remember that. But yeah, I don't know why Tamina was there tonight. I was just like, I don't care at all because I don't really like Tamina. They just kept saying practice over and over again. That's with the Trish and Lita promo. Yeah, I'll get to that. What was with Bayley hugging Lita and Trish backstage? Because she's their biggest fan, pretty much. It's all really shocking. And yes, Sasha did return. When Ron said Nikki went to John's bedroom, lol, because it's so true. Exactly. What did Sasha do? Back up Natalya in her match with Ruby Riott. I still don't understand why Bree's heel makes no sense, as she's gonna all she's going to be is Nikki's lapdog. Exactly. Again, I don't understand why Brie didn't even have a case to be the champion. Trish and Lita made the women's evolution. Too bad it wasn't around back then. Exactly. They started again. The first person who actually was, an eye opener for women's wrestling was Alundra Blaze. Again, her match with Bull Nakano at SummerSlam '94 was awesome. But then the true pioneers again were definitely Trish and Lita, and then went away for a while. And then the four horsewomen: Sasha, Becky, Bayley, Charlotte. I can't forget Charlotte. Of course, a few others. Were the ones who really did brought it back and have built upon it. Not Nikki Bella, not the Bella Twins. We're crying out loud. Don't get me started again on that. That was just complete bullshit. Bellas are contradicting themselves exactly. And Ada should have returned and called the Bellas out once again, saying talent is not sexually transmitted. Actually, you know what? I'll get a tweet going on, another Twitter poll going here for a second. I will share results tomorrow night. Who had the best line on the Bellas yet? Or, who burned who had the better line on the Bellas? AJ Lee or Ronda Rousey? Hashtag Raw. Let's get this poll going here. Which one do you guys think? AJ Lee, talent, not sexually. I can't fit that whole thing. AJ Lee, Ronda Rousey. Who had the better line? I'd say that the John Cena line, I think, is more. I mean, the AJ Lee's line was, true, but like John Cena's line the line about John Cena took it to a whole new extreme. So I gotta probably get the edge to that one, I'd say. The only reason why Nikki was the longest champ is because Cena, and it was also despite AJ. Exactly. That is screwed up. Still think that Nikki is defeating Ronda Evolution. She better not. That would be stupid. I don't. That wouldn't be that'd be ridiculous. Like why Nikki Bella be the one to dethrone Ronda? Like that just makes this. I wouldn't like it. I would not be happy if that happened. Like just have the match, get this over with, and let's move on. Everyone thinks the Bellas are legendary. It's because of who they are with. Exactly. Do you believe Ronda is heading out of WWE next year? I heard rumors she may only be around us for a year because she wants to start a family soon and whatnot. I don't know if it's true or not. I mean, I feel like after a title reign, it could be as well. She's really going to have really to offer. I mean, she's pretty much facing almost everybody for the most part. So I think it's possible, but we'll see what happens. Nikki dumps Cena though. Hearing that she did, hearing that she didn't, I still have no clue what's true with that. The Bellas didn't need this turn. Nope, they didn't. Santina Morel was definitely a stupid decision. I don't really usually like Ronda, but she slayed tonight. Yeah, she nailed them tonight. Why is it always a Raw match that closes out every pay-per-view? Because who does it involve? The big dog. Well, not recently, because it's a flagship show. Cut me a break. Give SmackDown freaking. SmackDown is kicking Raw's ass. It really is. But of course, nope, they don't get a chance. And also because they have a TNA guy as champion, and the WWE didn't make them, so that's why they're not the main event. What's up, T and Couponer? Well, Raw was boring as heck. Better than that, I'm all right. Yes, hashtag please sign Robbie. Becky and Charlotte definitely deserve the main event Evolution. Look at the match they have. Come on. Exactly, but once again, it's not going to because once again, as I said last week, this is the main event of Evolution. That's the main event of Evolution. Nikki's shaking her ass. Oh, and by the way, since I forgot to mention it before, since we did talk about Bobby Lashley having a match tonight, I thought of this also because again, I used this hoodie for my entrance. I mocked AJ Styles' entrance because I have his T-shirt on today, because that's the only long sleeve WWE shirt I have on today. But I wanted to do this since I was wearing up one of my old high school hoodies, because once again, I didn't want to use one that didn't have a zipper. But I thought of this, just for good time's sake. Who do I look like, guys? Sammy, it's good to see you again, buddy. The true purple dinosaur that Bobby Lashley sounded like when he said that. You know, I was wondering also, before Bobby Lashley turned heel, I was thinking, if they continued all a feud between Kevin Owens and Bobby Lashley, what if they would have had Bobby Lashley come out saying, "Hi, Kevin. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Kevin." Nah, they're not going to do that. And by the way, apparently, yeah, Kevin Owens is out with an injury for about 4 to 8 months, apparently, for what I've heard. So that was a segment to write him off of the show, I've heard. I'm sure some of you might have told me that before, which he did. Like, thank you for letting me know. So yeah, no KO for a while. Becky and Charlotte definitely. Legendary ass shaker. Ha ha ha. So funny. It's true. That's all they're good for, shaking their asses. Wouldn't be surprised if Vince slept with all the divas back then. Oh, again, as I mentioned how many times, he booked himself to always be, all over the women back in the TV Force era. Again, no offense. What kind of weird, since you're the owner of the company and you're writing yourself to, do all that. Again, I found that a little bit weird. But yeah, he definitely did it with the Bellas. I definitely agree. He was a man-ho. Kurt is preparing to return to the ring. You're right. What if Angle managed off as a pain? That would be interesting if that was the case. The Dean turn is getting old. Problem is, here's the thing. Well, I'll get to Dean turn again towards the end. I'm probably going to repeat myself like that for how many weeks? Don't think Dolph should be in the cup. Should have been Drew or Dean or Seth. I agree. I don't know why they threw Dolph in there. They're really making him be like, a weak link. You know what I mean? It's obvious he's the one that's taking all the pins for this alliance. Not McIntyre and not Strowman for sure, but it's been Dolph. Now you're going to throw him into this World Cup thing? Nah, I don't care. After Dean and Seth got into the altercation, of course, Roman had to be peacemaker. So sick of this superhuman. Oh, yeah, because he's the big dog. He's Superman. Should sucks ass. Oh, Shield sucks. Shield sucks ass. Oh, goodness. Raw stands for Roman always wins. Exactly, but he wasn't the one who got the win tonight, of course, at least. Strowman better defeat Brock and Roman a crown jewel. If not, I'll be pissed. Well, don't be surprised. I'm not expecting Roman to drop the title anytime soon. Jinder versus Finn is boring. Oh, yes, it is. Triple threat match. Roman and Seth put the titles up their titles, and Ambrose puts up the World Cup. Well, maybe except the fact that Ambrose is not in the World Cup, unfortunately. Yeah, I could get into I could get into a Finn and Lashley feud also, but Finn should be in a title match, unfortunately. He isn't, but I do agree with that. We could get Finn versus Lashley, a crown jewel, possibly. Mark says, I thought we're going to see the breakup of the Shield. Instead, we saw the implosion of Braun, Dolph, and Drew Alliance, or the Dogs of War, as we got instead. Of course, they could be good next week. Cena better be at SmackDown 1000. If not, doesn't that mean he doesn't care? It may be. No offense, but Bayley acts like a child. I mean, the thing is, again, her character is supposed to be like kind of like on that level, but she acts too much like a toddler on the main roster. She booked like they booked like they did on the main on the non-main roster in NXT. Then that'd be more understandable. But of course, I don't blame you for saying that because Bayley can't get extreme. Although she did for one night when she beat the crap out of Sasha Banks, and then all of a sudden it teased a love angle between them. Okay, what the hell? What's with Alexa and Mickey's alliance again? Just split them up again. I don't know. They split them up, then they ran put them back together. I don't care. She'll still go with AJ's pipe bomb over Ronda's, which is completely fine. Get rid of Leo. He's annoying as fuck. I mean, again, I think Leo Rush is awesome on 205 Live. I mean, I will be real though. I hope every match involving Lash is just not Leo just talking the whole time. and to stand and having Lashley go up to the ring and show off his muscles. I hope that's not all we're going to get out of this heel Bobby Lashley. So I do think they do need to at least tone down Lio Rush doing his cheering at least. Apollo return as well. Yep. Are you watching Evolution? I'm actually going to be going to Atlantic City for the weekend for my cousin's bachelor party the last weekend of October. So hopefully I should be back in time for Evolution. Not sure though, but either way, I will definitely check out Evolution. Still not going to pull the trigger on Crown Jewel though, especially if it's still in Saudi Arabia. WWE should set up Shaw versus Ronda at WrestleMania 35 for the main event. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to that if they have. I mean, rumor have the reason why they're really doing this Becky and Charlotte is to keep Charlotte doing something relevant until Royal Rumble. Is apparently the rumor is Charlotte's going to win the second Women's Royal Rumble and then go on to face Ronda and go to Raw, which I guess I'd be okay with that, honestly. If I see Ronda and Charlotte, then Ronda and Nikki. SmackDown is a true A show. Even though Vince praises Becky's character change, he won't let her main event. Exactly. That's messed up. That booty shaking Jack impression is funny as fuck. Sure thing as always. I love to be more entertaining than Raw T and Couponer. And did you hear Vince demote Asuka's push because she can't speak English? I mean, you're not a good chairman. Isn't that, a little, stereotypical or racist and whatnot if you're going to do that because you can't speak English that well? That's just stupid. Again, if you can't speak good, if you're not good on a microphone, give them a manager. Brock Lesnar wasn't good on a microphone. What happened? You gave him a manager. You're paying him out the ass. So why can't you do the same thing with Shinsuke Nakamura or Asuka? Besides just demoting them. Stupid. I don't understand him. Everybody's laughing. That SpongeBob impression though. Hi, Kevin. Do you think Sami Owens will turn as a team as faces? Possible. One of them at least is going to return as a baby face, but could be both. But at least one of them has to return as a baby face, I say, when they come back. I agree. Anything is more entertaining than Raw. Exactly. And Team Corbin versus Team Angle at SmackDown. It's SummerSlam. So it seems like they're going for which again, I'm for because again, I don't want Survivor Series to be Raw versus SmackDown again. Give something different. Dogs of War haven't been together that long. No, they haven't. As of now, Crown Jewel is still on, but I don't know if they're going to move it or not since what's going on in Saudi Arabia. Bayley needs a heel turn. Should have happened in June. Again, apparently it was supposed to be Bayley's one turning heel. Because again, I heard that at an event before WrestleMania, at Madison Square Garden event, it was supposed to be John Cena and Nikki Bella taking on the team of Elias and Bayley. Apparently the rumor was they were going to go with Bayley as being the heel, but they didn't pull the trigger on it. Why? Probably because Bayley and Sasha argued about it backstage. Well, argued how they're being booked. And they got heat. They got thrown into the Women's Battle Royal. Or as my friend called it, F the Fabulous Moolah Battle Royale. That's what he called it. That's right. Fuck the Fabulous Moolah Battle Royale. It's Roman Reigns and his pound puppies. Yep, that's all the show is right now. Vince thinks we're dumb. No, we're not, Vince. Leo does not come out with Lashley in the Mixed Match Challenge, though. It's weird. I do agree. Well, I haven't seen Mixed Match Challenge, but it definitely is weird that Leo doesn't come out. She may check out Evolution. I don't really plan on checking out Crown Jewel, except for maybe the AJ and Styles match. Survivor Series, Team Corbin and Team Angle will be awesome. You can't really blame Sasha and Bayley for their pushes, though. Now, again, we can't blame them at all. But again, they were speaking up again for the bad writing they were getting for the angle they were kind of going with, which is what got them heat and then put into the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royale instead of a singles match that should have happened. That again, but again, once again, what do we know? We're pretty stupid according to Vince. Anyways, though, thank you for stopping the live chat. I'll get to that back in a second. Let's go back and see what we got here for the rest of the show. We had this promo involving Trish, Lita, Alexa, and Mickey. Trish comes out, then came out Lita. And then they're put over that the Evolution is about a week from Sunday before Alexa and Mickey come out. And I don't know what they were saying. They were just like, mumble. It was this promo just felt weak and soft. It was just there was like mumbling. It just looked like. Alexa said they're on the same wavelength. Mickey and Alexa were trying to do impressions of Trish and Lita. It's just like what? Why is this going to get us excited for this tag match at all whatsoever? Excuse me. And then it just got stupid, saying that they've been sitting on their butts for too long. They may need some practice, and then they kept saying we can use some practice. How about that practice, huh? Let's use practice. They then called down Alexa and Mickey to the ring, but of course they just about to take off their jackets, but they stopped, stare them down, waved them off, put a jacket back on. Alexa takes away, and Trish likes to point apparently, but it was just stupid. It's like they came out there. This promo felt on the same level of Jinder Mahal making fun of Shinsuke's face last year onto those photographs. Alexa and Mickey were trying to do imitations of Trish Stratus and Lita. I was just like, that's the best you have to offer here. Like that was, Raw was a waste of time, but that felt like a complete waste of time. I don't even know what the hell that was about. All I can remember this promo was practice. We want to get some practice. May not hurt to practice. It may not hurt to practice. Let's get some practice. Come out to the ring and get some practice. And I didn't care. So that happened. Then we have Bayley backstage passing up the Riot Squad, who mock her, says nobody has to worry about Bayley without Sasha Banks or Finn Balor. And the only power she has is the speed at which she runs away from a fight. When does Bayley run away from a fight? So, and then they go backstage, and then they start trashing Natty's door to her locker room with food again. Like, why? Again, what makes the Riot Squad ticked? What makes them crabby? What makes them want to hurt people? I don't get it. I don't freaking get it. Just disband the stable and turn one of them face. Heck, give Ruby Riott a singles push. She is much more deserving of that than any of those other two. Ruby Riott has shown me that she can do it, but oh God, I just don't understand the stable and why they have to have a match every single week. We didn't have Kurt Angle, which we thought was Kurt Angle, come out dressed up as El Conquistador because he didn't have his ring gear, taking out Authors of Pain. Authors of Pain just squash him. But then afterwards, Drake Maverick is insisting they take off the mask, and it's not Kurt Angle, it's just some random guy. Kurt comes out of nowhere, hits an angle slam on Baron Corbin, who was sitting on stage watching the match. So again, it is probably again setting up for Team Angle versus Team Corbin at Survivor Series. We had the food fight. The Riot Squad come out, and then Natty comes out saying she's not stupid enough to come to the ring without backup. So Bayley comes out, and then Sasha Banks comes out too. As again, why was she away? Don't know, but she came out. We had Natalya and Ruby Riott. Was not really one of the better Ruby Riott matches I've seen. It was just there. Of course, Natty's about to get Ruby to tap out, but of course Sarah Logan comes in to break it up and cause disqualification. Get a brief brawl. The Riot Squad just tossed Bayley and Sasha out of the ring like they were nothing, and then they get right back in and they just take them all down. So I don't know. Are we getting a six? Are we getting a 6-woman tag match at Evolution between Natalya, Bayley, and Sasha and the Riot Squad? I don't care. I don't care. I love it. That's not true. I don't care. I hate it. I hate it. Or actually, I have, you know what? Vince likes to come up with, little goofy little nursery rhymes and other little ones. So you know what? I will come up with a song I once sung when I was little. And it's a parody and the opposite of a song by one of his favorite characters that I just imitated before. So, this famous dinosaur used to sing, "I love you, you love me, we're a happy family," with a great big hug and a kiss from me to you. Won't you say you love me too? Well, you know what? I have the opposite version for Vince McMahon. I hate you, you hate me, we're an unhappy family with a great big punch and a kick from me to you. Won't you say you hate me too? Yep, that's that's Vince and I. That's Vince, W Creative, and the rest of the WWE universe. Because apparently, according to Stephanie McMahon, once again, we succeed because we listen to our audience. That is my physical analogy of I'm done. Anyways, let's finish off talking about this boring show. We have Elias get to the ring, sing us a song, does his usual intro, saying he had lunch with Carson Wentz, the Philadelphia Eagles quarterback. Told them the pain is about him being injured, and Payne is going out pretending like you care about Philadelphia every week. He says that Gritty is no mascot, but a spitting image of everyone in the city. He just, he just trashes them. And he does make a I'm sorry, that's later on. He starts playing, but then out came Apollo Crews. We haven't seen him in quite a while since Dana Brooke split from Titus Worldwide. Apollo comes out by himself, no Titus. I guess that's not a thing anymore. And Elias pretty much just says, Elias starts to bash Apollo, saying that he's nothing. Apollo says he has not been, he's been sitting on the sidelines. He's not, Elias not the great musician, and Apollo's just tired of sitting around and watching people pass it by, including Elias. He's sick of it. Of course, Elias makes a line. He says, you're not going to be taken seriously, any sooner than, the Philadelphia Flyers are going to win a Stanley Cup, which, of course, us Pittsburgh fans would sure enjoy that reference, of course. But once again, I'm not that big of a Pittsburgh Philly, rival guy. I don't bash on other, cities. Unless I hate your team, which used to be the Milwaukee Brewers, but I'm rooting for them now to win a World Series, since they're the only ones left that I actually haven't won a World Series in quite a while. But except I'm not rooting for Ryan Braun. Again, I do not like Ryan Braun. Anyways, getting off track here. So then I thought, okay, maybe this is going to set with an Elias and Apollo feud or somehow. But all Cruz does is hits a running enziguri on him and then hits a military press. Just slams on the ground and that's it. So Apollo could do good things, right? Which I know he can, because I saw him have some excellent matches in NXT, and then they brought him way too early, and then now where he's at. He's nothing. All he showed he can do was, a military press. I'm sure how many people could do that. Filler. It sucked. We got our main event. The Shield versus Strowman, Ziggler, McIntyre. Of course, Strowman's telling them to, pretty much, just barking out orders again to them. And then, of course, all of a sudden the Shield seemed fine until Rollins gets pushed into Ambrose, and then they start jabbing each other again. Reigns breaks it up, and then the match goes on. And then the end of the match was just, all 6 of these guys just all over the place. It all started whenever Ambrose hits the dirty deeds on McIntyre, but then Ziggler pushes Rollins into Dean, and then all hell breaks loose. And again, there's a miscommunication there. McIntyre hits a Claymore. Let's go hit a Claymore on Reigns. Instead, he hits it on Strowman, which then eventually leads to Ziggler getting hit with a ripcord knee I'm sorry, it wasn't that. It leads to this, even though, again, Ambrose and Rollins were, not on the same page, all of a sudden they were good for all three of them to hit a triple power bomb on Ziggler to get the win. So the dynamic there was just way off. Again, one moment Dean was happy with Seth. Next moment he hated him. Next moment he was happy with him. They even teased him hating the dirty deeds on Seth. They teased it, but all of a sudden they were fine again. They weren't arguing it afterwards. They were celebrating all together. It didn't make sense. Afterwards, of course, Strowman wasn't happy that with like how things went in the match. So he yells at Ziggler saying, "I told you I was going to get these hands if we don't get the job done." And he hits a running power slam on Ziggler, and McIntyre hits a Claymore kick onto Strowman and just stares him down from the ring. I mean, as McIntyre Strowman feud wouldn't be too bad, but so I don't know if this was them turning Strowman back to be a babyface since, we got the big heel and for the crown jewel match in Brock Lesnar, the big bad guy who Roman Reigns saved us from, who doesn't like to show up to work, apparently. They emphasized that when he feuded with Roman Reigns, but they didn't emphasize that when he feuded with anybody else. Why? Because WWE was so desperate to get us to love Roman Reigns. Love him, please, love him. I just want to get this over with. I just want that moment to happen. Please, please. I just want to cheer Roman Reigns. So, again, as I keep saying, and I heard the rumors too. Apparently, the rumor is for a TLC match between these six at TLC. But now, if you pretty much tease a breakup between the Dogs of War, or whatever you want to call them, how's that going to happen? And the Ambrose heel turn one, it's being booked exactly like it was leading up to Rollins first turning on the Shield. They were, the cracks were forming, but then they sealed up the deal and went on a tear, and then, turned at the right time. They're trying to do that again, except also they're just pushing it in that Ambrose could turn heel. We know you guys want it, but it's not going to happen yet. Again, really, they need to do it sooner than later, honestly. If they wait till TLC again, no one's going to care when it happens. They're just going to keep rubbing it in our faces that, there's a difference between actually, building towards it and just pushing it in our freaking faces. Right now, they're just pushing it in our faces like, he's going to turn eventually. He can turn. He can turn. He can turn. We know you want to, but up, not yet. Is he going to turn up? Not yet. He's going to turn up, but not yet. So, who knows what happens. But that's how we want the show. Again, I don't know what thumbnail I'm going to use for this review tonight. Because I really don't know. Because, again, nothing on the show really stood out to me, again, except for the Ronda Rousey just owning the Bellas. Speaking of which, so far for that poll about who had the better line of the Bellas, AJ or Ronda, so far we have 5 votes, 60% saying Ronda, 40% saying AJ. I'll check the Twitter poll as well. What grade would you give Raw? 6 votes. Some pretty even numbers here. A, no chance, has 17%. B, better chance than A, has 17%. C, maybe, has 33%. And D or lower, most likely, 33% as well. So 17, 17, 33, and 33, 6 votes. Me, I gave it a D+. Again, I enjoyed the same with Ronda and the Bellas. The McIntyre and Rollins match wasn't bad. Everything else was forgettable. And then the main event was meh, all right, whatever. But that was Raw. That's all I care about. This show. Let's see, where were we at with this live chat? Let's see here. What's up, Bowl of Eyes? Saying downgrade from last week's episode for sure. Imagine Lita and Trish were the heels and Mickey and Alexa were the faces. Would be different. Wouldn't be so boring. Did you hear they're planning to do a team with Lita and Trish going forward? I did not hear that. They're sticking around? Interesting. Mickey is legendary. Don't know why they keep demoting her. Again, this return for Mickey's been pointless. She had a good match with Asuka at TakeOver Toronto, and they should have again done a ladder match between Mickey and Alexa at TLC last year. I was digging that feud. I enjoyed it, but then it went nowhere. It just led to Mickey eventually just randomly, getting back together with Alexa again. Which, again, I was digging it when it was on SmackDown. They broke them up way too soon. Again, oh, gosh, it just still pisses me off. SmackDown will be better tomorrow. Hopefully SmackDown 1000 will be much better than Raw 25. Alexa is also the best on the mic out of the 4 women, though. But Lita is the best in the ring. I got to agree. They're not going to. The Riot Squad throwing food at Natty's room. Yep, exactly. It was stupid. The Riot Squad tags means the day they got formed. That is true. They aren't going anywhere, unfortunately. Hates it. Did you see Corbin a lot? Do you see Corbin aligned with AOP? I mean, honestly, would be an interesting alliance if they did that. Corbin and AOP. I honestly wouldn't mind it, but I'm not sure. Watch Sasha Bayley become the first ever women tag champs. They haven't announced it yet, surprisingly. They have not announced the match yet, so maybe they're not going to go forward with it, which, again, I will only take women's tag champions if, 1, they put more depth in the women's division, and 2, they merge the men's tag team division. If that happens, I'll take women's tag titles. But if not, don't even bother with me because we'll have how many more titles? Oh my gosh, how many more of those freaking titles are going to exist? Apparently Sasha had some injury and some thought she was pregnant, but who knows? I have no idea. Is Tamina heel? She's always been a heel. Watch Sasha, Natty, and Bayley team up against the Riot Squad Evolution. That's what I think is probably going to happen. This is why I watch your reviews, Mike. Thank you, Tian Kupar. Right back at you. Right at Tian. It's so funny. Vince is starting to get that old look, though. He's been getting that old look, of course. He's 73, but he still has dog humor. Careful, Mike. You'll get blocked by Vince, Dunn, and Road Dogg. They haven't blocked me yet, and I've tweeted nasty stuff to them last week or so, and they still haven't blocked me yet. But you know what? 1, I don't follow any of them on Twitter, and 2, if they do, I don't care. All power to them, because it'll just show how much of little children they really are. Steph always says that because I think Vince tells her to. That could be the case because Vince tells everybody to say stuff. A separate video of that song, and I'll tweet it out to Vince and the rest of the idiots. I'll do it one more time. Encore, please, guys. Forgot what made me made up that song. I made it when I was like 10 years old or something like that. I was not a crabby child, by the way, guys. I was a very upbeat looking child. And I still have that spirit in me somehow, but I will do it one more time for you guys for an encore because I love all you guys. Let's zip up. Thank God my high school wore purple and gold. Okay, ready? Encore. I hate you, you hate me. We're an unhappy family with a great big punch and a kick from me to you. Won't you say you hate me too? That's right. I hate all you now. Tyler, good to see you, buddy. I'm going to kick your ass. Just for you guys because I love y'all. Okay, surprise, no DX or Bros Destruction. We did get that segment with Bros Destruction getting that backstage promo. That actually, I like the effects of that, even though I still don't really care too much for that match. Apollo, the jobber, unfortunately. When do you think Shane will return? It's a good question. When is Shane going to come back? We haven't seen him on TV. I'd say, I don't remember the last time I saw Shane on TV, but I'm not sure when he's going to come back. But I'm glad he's not coming on every single week. Does Elias even wrestle? Rarely. Apollo is jacked up jobber version of Lashley. It's quite sad. Again, Apollo was awesome in NXT. Him and Lashley could put on a good match if they let them go all out, but no, apparently Apollo smiles too much, which is kind of true. Why does the Shield always main event Raw? Give others a chance. Exactly, but nah, it involves Roman. She want to give Raw a D. She's off tomorrow, so I'll catch the 1000th episode of SmackDown Live. Gotta go walk my puppy. See you tomorrow. Sweet dreams, guys. Love y'all. Great reviews always. Thank you for joining us, Lauren. And WWE is trolling with us. These reviews are always great, man. Thank you, Bowl of Eyes. Again, I appreciate your support. Thank you, TQ Bar as well, saying I'm awesome. Mark says, "Hey, Mike, did you hear the rumors that the Bullet Club Elite might be coming to WWE? What are your thoughts? I think it's a bad idea." Again, I mean, I don't watch too much, outside of WWE, but I definitely agree it would be a bad idea for anybody at this point to come to WWE, because WWE would ruin them, because once again, they only want to push people that they create. If they didn't create you, then you're nothing, because WWE is the big leagues. That's where everybody wants to get to. But if we don't create you, you're not going to be our big star. We want to show off what we've created, not what somebody else did. We did. I do agree, Mark. It probably is a bad idea. Tia Couponer says, I got an email from Pro Wrestling T saying the last month selling Young Bucks Bullet Club t-shirts. Interesting. Sing Mike Sing. Yep, I did so this for you guys. All right, well, guys, I think I'm about to do it because it's almost 1 o'clock. And also, I will say, as again, I mentioned it before, this week, my project, my loan, because I finished Shabs 3000 last week. I'm going to do the Halloween Wolfenstein edition next week. But this week, my main project is going to be my Tommaso Ciampa No One Will Survive music video. I started today. Obviously, since it's almost like a 6-minute song, it's going to take a little bit longer than the Legends Never Die music video I made. So that's my product for this week. I'm probably going to get the first minute or so done tonight with the editing I got so far myself. Plenty more to shoot for it. Again, it's not going to be as, fancy as I wanted it to be, because, I only have limited tools I can use right now. But hopefully it'll turn out good. So that's my product this week. Again, I should be able to catch SmackDown Live 1000, at 8 o'clock sharp tomorrow. Well, my time, but it might depend, because we're going to dinner, because tomorrow is my dad's birthday. So if I miss a few minutes, then I will definitely catch up. But hopefully, again, SmackDown 1000 will not disappoint compared to Raw 25. Tia Kupar says, if the Elite came to WWE, Vince would feed them to the Shield. Oh, exactly, he would. Just like I'm afraid he's going to do that to the Undisputed Era when they come. I mean, I would love to see actually, you know what? No. Here's a better idea. If they do have the Shield together until TLC, have them feud with the Undisputed Era. Have the Undisputed Era go over on the Shield. And that's what Dean Ambrose turns. I'm a genius. I'm a freaking genius. The Undisputed Era versus the Shield at TLC. Have the Undisputed Era make the impact on the main roster just like the Shield did at TLC in their first main roster match. Boom, I'm a freaking genius. I am a freaking genius. And put the Undisputed Era over. That's right. Put them over. Put them over. But yeah, so that, again, the plan for tomorrow, again, is, again, so again, I should be catching SmackDown Live 1000 live tomorrow if my dad is not running late. But again, it's my dad's birthday. Can't pass that up. Gotta wish old Pops happy birthday. Well, I live with him, of course, so of course I will. So then I'll catch SmackDown Live 1000. Yeah, hopefully it's a good show. I'm expecting it to be already better than Raw 25. We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully no one just shows up and just goes, hi, and that's it. We get some type of segments involving them, some type of entertainment, and not the whole show relying on Enzo more like Raw 25 was supposed to be. I'll talk about that in another video. I heard the other day, apparently, there was a lot planned for Enzo Amore in Raw 25. Jeez, oh man. But I'll talk about that in another video someday. But so yeah, tomorrow, SmackDown Live review. Wednesday, I think this week is the first episode of NXT UK. If I get a chance, I'll check out NXT UK, see how it is. It should be good. I don't know if I'll do any live reviews on it yet right away or not. But 205 Live, get to see Maria Kanellis again. Oh my gosh, again, guys. Last week, the best thing that came out because last week I had a shitty week. Last week, the best thing was Maria Kanellis coming out in that hot black dress. Again, there's just something about a woman in a black dress that really turns me on. That made my week last week. And, of course, NXT was good, so we can see what happens with NXT. So, yeah, 205 Live at NXT Wednesday. Thursday, I'm going to be doing my top 10 women's matches of all time. And hopefully Friday, I will have the Tommaso Ciampa music video done. Hopefully by Friday. If not, definitely early next week. But, yeah, plan is, again, besides wrestling videos, Tommaso Ciampa music video, and then the next video game will be the 10-map mod of Halloween Wolf 3D. You'll be hearing pumpkins going, Boogeyman. And of course, that will, lead us into the next week as well as Halloween's approaching. And I'll share with you soon who I'm going to dress up for Halloween. Well, again, I'm not going to trick or treat, but I'm actually going to Atlantic City again. Actually, the weekend before Halloween, the weekend of Evolution, which hopefully I'll be home in time to watch Evolution. I'm going to Atlantic City for my cousin's bachelor party, and he wants us to bring a costume to dress up for the occasion. So I'll tell you, I'll actually do it in an entrance maybe next week or a week after what I'm dressing up for Halloween. I still need one piece of the costume still. But yeah, I've talked long enough. People thought my idea for TLC was clever. Thank you guys. SmackDown will definitely be better than Raw. I hope so, Mark. I hope SmackDown. And we got Team Skyway 206 is up. Lashley dollar bills for a new entrance. Lashley dollar bills actually would be quite funny. But yeah, guys, I'm going to check out now. Thank you guys again for joining in for this live review, despite the fact that Raw was boring today again. D+ for me. What grade would you give Raw? Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter at Demand Everybody. Make sure to participate in my poll of who had the better Savage line of the Bellas. AJ Lee's talent is not sexually transmitted. Or Ronda Rousey's. The only door you've ever knocked down is the door to John Cena's bedroom. And he threw you back out. Boom! Bamatus. But yes, taking place, saying that as well. But again, guys, sub like on the video. Leave your comments down in the comment section below of your thoughts on Raw. Click my like and subscribe for more content on my channel. Follow me on Twitter at DemandsEverybody3. Again, stay tuned for my more live reviews and live streams this week. And again, sometime this week, the Tommaso Ciampa No One Will Survive music video will be released here on YouTube. So until then, guys, I have checked out. Have a phenomenal rest of your night. And I'll hopefully see you guys tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow night, sometime hopefully around after SmackDown, for my live review of SmackDown Live 1000. So until then, guys, I'll see you guys all later. Until then, guys, have a great night and peace out, everybody.